Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Mad Captain. This is another video on Raid Shadow Legends. Today, I have the man, the myth, the legend. Okay, we don't have him. Instead, we have JGIGS today joining me on the channel. JGIGS, it's been several months in the making, but welcome to the channel.
What's up, man? Appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you coming here. I'm going to tell you, I'm a bit of a fanboy right now. I'm trying to keep my cool, trying to keep my collected thoughts here, but today, I want to do a special little game. A game I want to see if it works, see if we like it. And it's called Good News, Bad News. Right? You are the initial. You are the beginning. You are the start. You are the test.
Pioneer. All right.
The guinea pig, if you will.
Okay.
So, in Good News, Bad News, I'm going to mention and show on the screen 5 different features in Raid Shadow Legends.
Okay.
And you are going to give me 1 good and 1 bad for each of these features. Now, this can be anything you want. It can be anything you think, first thing that comes to mind, last thing that comes to mind, whatever it is. So here's an example. For example, I'll pick Forge. And you'll say, 1 good thing is free resources, the ability to make artifacts. Bad thing is it takes 7 hours, 2 minutes to do each one or something, whatever, right? You with me so far?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, we're going to have to go. So the first feature, good news, bad news, your favorite, I know. So we wanted to start here.
Oh, no.
3v3 arena.
3v3 arena. Man, a good thing about 3v3 arena. Man, it I guess does the shop count?
Yeah, sure.
There's some decent stuff to get in the shop. Bad thing about 3v3 is that it's not worth having in its current state. It's just arena times 3. There's nothing different about it. They could have changed the number of champs on the team. They could have changed the mechanics of the fights. They could have done something.
Anything.
It's literally just arena 3 times in a row. It's a time sink, and I don't think it's worth the resources. So I think the bad far outweighs the good with 3v3. And
3v3 arena. That's one of my favorite sayings. It was your video where you said it's just arena times 3. At least they don't call it tag team arena anymore. I mean, that's a good thing. They used to call it tag team arena. I'm like, who's like, what are they? I'm dead. Yeah. Tag in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not how tag teams work. I guess they never watched wrestling. That's not how that happened.
I mean, I guess if you're a heel and you just show up in the arena without any sort of tag sort of thing, I guess maybe they could argue that. Okay, so that was feature 1, tag team arena. Number 2, let's go to the newest feature. Ye old Hydra boss. Good news, bad news.
Good news, bad news. Good news, I think it's wide open, brand new content, and I think there's a lot of room for testing, a lot of room for improvement. I think it's got everybody's attention. I like content like that gets everybody engaged, where there's a lot of different ways to do it. And I'll even say I don't hate the deterrence nerf that they threw in. I think that's good. I don't really want it to be like old school raid content where if you didn't have a certain champ or 2, you just weren't going to be able to participate like everybody else. So I think in that regard it's fantastic. I think it might be their best content drop.
I think that's a good call. What was the bad news? Do you got some bad news on this?
The bad news, perhaps normal is a bit too difficult. I think maybe the difficulty is not balanced. I don't know, though. It's supposed to be later game content, so I don't know. I do feel like maybe normal should be a little bit more open to everyone, though. I think it unlocks at like level 45.
Sure, and there's no way a level 45 could do anything about this. Nah. You'd be done. And as you can see here,
insane luck.
There are some bugs. I actually this morning was playing around with some different comps, and I crashed, and it counted the key. I don't know. I've never seen it before. Lucky me. I'm sure if I put in a ticket, they'll be like, "Too bad to be you." So
I had someone show me the other day. They had put in 2 keys, and something reset, and they got their keys back, but their damage stayed.
Oh wow!
So they were getting a bunch of extra keys on top of the damage they were already getting credit for.
Wish they could tell me how to do that. So good news, bad news. Hydra boss overall good.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I think it's great content. It's great, something new, something different. even though the Chamel cheese was the prevalent thing, that's going to be. Is that? I don't think that's fixed yet, but I think it will be soon.
I think their attempt to do that is
The
that
passive.
deterrence cooldown they're
Yeah.
doing.
Did they? But they haven't actually implemented that yet, so
I
it's
don't think
still.
so. And he'll still be kind of busted for it. It's not
Yeah.
like they're nerfing him into the ground for it.
Yeah.
He's like a S tier instead of broken now, I think, right?
Yeah. Well,
Is he
still
still kind
even
of
probably
broken, you
even
think?
double S tier. I mean,
Yeah.
the ability to remove fear alone, regardless of the rest of the comp, is amazing. All right, so
Yeah.
feature number 3. Everyone loves this. It's been there since day one. The market.
Uh okay. Good thing about the market, I'd say earlier game you can get some really good gear. I picked up a lot of my really good gear early game on my free to play. I got some nice speed boots. There was a couple pieces of gear I snagged from there. Ancient shards are nice when they pop up. Certain uncommons. It's decent. It's decent.
It's usable.
Yeah.
Like these
Yeah, it's usable.
5-star boot with. Okay, never mind. Not those. These. Okay, hey, see a speed boot.
There you
If I
go.
just if I just logged in the game, I could have a 5-star speed boot day one. Well, except for I don't have the silver, but that's a different feature. All right, so that's a good news. Market.
The the bad man, I don't know. I don't like limiting shards the way they do. I don't like that you get like 5 a month from it or whatever it is. I think lower the frequency with which they show up and don't limit it. I think that's one of the elements, at least for me, that RNG is welcome. If some people get 10 a month and I only see 2, fine. Like it'll ultimately balance itself out. And I don't know. That used to be kind of a in Summoner's War. We used to refresh the shop a lot, and you could end up with more ancient shards, quote
Yeah,
unquote, for your gems than if you bought them with gems. A lot of the times. So, I don't know. I think don't limit it, and add more spots. Add more spots to it.
yeah. It's been this since day one. You unlock half of them with gems, half of them with silver, and then it's over. More spot.
Yeah.
I think they need to add different gear, newer gear, more expensive gear. I'd like to see that. So once you're say level 80, or they can tier it, there should be better gear you can get. Like, why not 6-star
Yeah.
gear? Make it 10
Yeah.
million, like make it a ridiculous price, but
That's
I'd like
another
to see
thing
that.
that Summoner's War did that I forgot was it would scale up with your level, so things would stay relevant to you. And I think they even started adding. I'm not sure if this is true. Maybe there was another shop, but I think there's like champ frags in one of their shops now too. So
I'm surprised they don't do that in the shop. Like the old
yeah,
frags that are just sitting there doing nothing in our. Speaking of which, by the way, that's our 4th feature, fragment summons. Good news, bad news.
good news is they're. I guess they're generally easier than classic fusions. Um, that's about it, though. I guess you can save them up for a champ chase, but
Like I'm doing right
um,
here, by the way.
nice. Yeah, I think beyond that they're easier than classic fusions. I don't know. I think there's a lot more bad to these two. Bad is that they rarely have given us opportunities to get shards for past events. The answer to that, by the way, is just have a blank fragment.
Yeah.
Put blank fragments in events that apply to anything so that
Yes.
you can just fill in the gaps for the ones that you missed in the past. It's a real shame for players that weren't playing when certain champs were fragment fusions, or for people that just, if your account was a little too young or you were a little too new or life was happening and you couldn't be in the game every day for hours. It would be nice to be able to come back and pick up those extra 10 or 15 over the course of the next few months through events or something. That seems like a very obvious, easy thing to do rather
Bad
than sell
news.
them for 20
And
bucks for
they just
10
sit here.
frags.
And
Yeah.
even for end game players, like I have Arm Brago, but I just happened to whale the F out during that event. I have 60 additional. Now
Yeah.
he's in this list forever.
You could
We
cash those
have
in for
we
other
have
frags.
we have a dupe system. Why wouldn't I want a second Iron Brago if that's where I want to spend those
Yeah.
blank frags? Yeah, no, I think because I mean you look at it, the whole list is just even 5, 7, like well she's new, right? But 10 Gizcard, no Mordecai 15. I've got all these champions. I've already used them, and now they just sit here forever. But I can't get them again. So yeah, good. Good, good. All right, last one. Let's talk about it. The most controversially uncontroversial. Nobody likes it. Everybody loves it. I have watched so many videos on the Dupe system, and I have never seen the same opinion twice. Generally speaking, some people have similar, but everyone has something else they hate, they love, anything. What's your thoughts on the Dupe system?
Overall, I'm really impressed. This is one of those things where I thought Plarium was going to really disappoint us, um, because there was just so much buildup, so much we were all expecting, and I think they really did a good job overall. I definitely have my complaints about some of it, but I think giving us multiple options was pretty killer. I think they made it deep enough that, except probably in the most extreme cases, most people aren't filling it up. You know what I mean? Like they're not filling up their faction guardians. I mean, the whales are, but most players aren't yet anyway. Like over time, perhaps some things, but I think that's kind of the idea. I don't know. I think they did a good job with variety and depth, and conceptually, the life token shop is fine.
Which
In
should bring you to your
practice,
bad news.
first bad thing about it is that life token shop. That's obnoxious. Um, that's it's obnoxious because the prices are way off, and it's hypocritical, to the notion that all champs are equal in different ways. You can't say that and then have Manaya in there for 5 and other Legos in there for 6 and Sir Nick in
Yeah.
there for 8. Clearly, they're not all equal, which is fine. No one's under the illusion they're all equal. They're not supposed to all be equal. That's part of the fun of the game. But 6 is too many. 6 Legos for a Foley is too many. That's
Which, by the way, I
obnoxious.
did on stream. I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, you
I
did?
well, I had a +3 Foley,
Okay.
and I was like, so they got me. They suckered me into it because I'm on stream. Everyone's going, well, you need a +4 Foley, so I did. I actually bought the Foley,
Was it worth
and I
it?
regret. No,
No?
no, God, no, not even for the
What's it, like
memes,
10
maybe.
speed for the +4?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's good. He's good, but he's not my best champion. So it's not like I could still have made him better just by putting better gear on him.
Yeah.
I guess is the thing. Now, if it was a
One more speed
+4
roll.
Trunda,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
he is sitting at like 231 speed. I'm showing him on 6500 attack in immunity gear. He's my immunity counter. So I mean he's solid, but I don't think I'll do it again if it's at the same
Yeah.
prices.
Did
It's
did you
just not.
miss out on faction guardians by using those 6, or were your faction
No, that
guardians
was the
already
thing.
full?
All the ones I grabbed were I had already filled up the faction, and it was a triple, so like a third one of the. There was a
Yeah,
couple
well,
like
yeah, that's in those situations, like, whatever. It sucks that you had to use 6 for it. Like, it's still
yeah,
too many, but, like, you didn't really lose anything, I guess, till
and the
they
big
do
thing
Faction Guardians Part 2.
yeah yeah shh. I was just showing
3v3
on the
Faction
screen.
Guardians.
tag team, tag team faction guardians, where you don't tag. Uh, I was just showing my screen while you were talking about it, and even Wales, and I've spent a fair amount on this game, but even Knights Rev, I've only got 2 Legos. Demon Spawn, I'm at 8. Well, not Legos, but dupes. Nothing in Shadowkin yet. So it's even the bigger accounts are having problems
Yeah.
filling it. So that which is good, right?
Yeah, I think my main's gotta be 15 grand in, and my Faction Guardians isn't full, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah, and
it's like the big dogs that are filling it up.
I'm probably at 20, 15 to 20.
Yeah,
So,
it's nutty.
and it's not even close. Yeah.
Isn't
I
that
hate saying
wild that we've spent that
hate saying
much?
that out loud.
We could have bought a real nice car,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
I mean
and we
the
haven't
amount
even, like,
of
beaten the game. We're not even at
what?
the top of the heap.
So bonus points, bonus question. What do you good news, bad news? Raid Shadow Legends. Give me your one shot good news and bad news of Raid Shadow Legends.
Um, Good news. I'll say that they've come a long way this year, ultimately. I think coming into this year was very different than we're leaving it. I feel like they've done a really good job of addressing some of the things in the game that needed addressing. I think they're doing a better job of communicating with the players. The game is expanding. They've learned how to drop updates without breaking the game. They've learned how to drop good updates. They know what they're doing. I suspect even when they do bad things, they know what they're doing. They play the whole game very well. So maybe that's what I'll say about Raid is I do think it's one of the better mobile games out, and I think that the developers play the game very well as far as keeping the game successful and relevant and growing, which benefits us as content creators. So I do. I think it's a fantastic game. We all have our gripes, and it's fun to meme on them and all that. But I do think it's one of the better mobile games I've played. I think it's a good game overall.
Bad news.
Bad news. The bad news is that we've spent $15,000 to $20,000 in this game. We're still not the best.
I was looking. I was trying to figure out what I've ever spent on a game before this, and I spent $150 on a survival game. I can't even remember which was Last Man on Earth or something like that.
Okay,
which was fun, but like $100, $100 and change. And then the next up is around $20,000.
Yeah, it's weird how it escalated for me. I think I spent like $40. And did you ever play Family Guy Quest for Stuff?
No, I didn't.
It's like
I
a
know
Family
of
Guy
it.
city
Yeah.
builder. That's the first mobile game I ever played for more than 2 months. And then Summoner's War, I think total I spent like $1,300. And then Raid, it's like
Yeah. Yeah, because did you play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes as well?
I didn't play that one.
You didn't.
Actually.
So just Summoner's Glory. But I know a lot of people have gone ham on that, but I don't think you can.
Summoner's War, not Summoner's Glory.
Yeah, sorry, Summoner's War. I don't think you can spend 20,000 on Summoner's War, can you? And really get anywhere?
Yeah.
Does it scale that high? Yeah.
Yeah, but the difference is that the people that spent that much were the ones in the equivalent of Platinum Arena. Raid is. I don't think I've ever seen a mobile game where people spend like they do in Raid. There may be one. I'm not familiar with it. If there is, the amount of money people spend in this game, the idea that we've spent what we've spent, and that Darth has spent what he's spent, and there's other people that have spent that much money, and they're not just comfortably resting at the top.
Yeah,
it says a lot about the pockets of the players of this game.
Well, I know people have spent 50,000 and they're not comfortably resting at the top. No, the ones at the top are in that same bracket, but it's also luck. It's also at mine, I just got my Ursuga, so I can make 2/3 of the kind of meta team for arena defense. So it's crazy. No Siffy yet, so no Siffy double Rotos to get through all these kind of. What do I got to spend? Another $20,000, but.
Speaking of Ursuga, I wanted to real quick mention a team I put together just in case anybody has these champs and wants to try it. I was doing some work for someone on stream yesterday. It's Ursuga, it's Riho, and then it's Damage Norog, Damage Stun Tormund. It's Guardian Ursuga, and then Riho's just whatever. It is such a disgusting team. I'm so happy. I'm so jealous of that team. So if you've got those champs, want to play around with that, I'd be interested on your feedback on it because I don't know if I've seen that combo before. Damage Norog is such a sneaky.
I don't have Norog. Thing. That's too bad.
He's fun, man. I like him.
I could probably put I don't know. Does anyone really like Norog though? Like maybe
I do.
No, I mean, is there anyone? Like him? Yeah, is there anyone to compare? I wouldn't even because he's a damage reduction.
Yeah, so he's kind of unique in that sense.
So you could have.
I guess like Vogoth or someone, but I don't know if you can get damage out of him. I thought about Duchess too. Duchess would certainly be an aggravating one.
Painful, yeah. Awesome. Well, you know what? Thank you very much. I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me.
It was good. I think it's fun. We have JGIGS. I was kidding earlier. He is the man, the myth, the legend. DJ RNG. If you didn't vote for him, by the way, so on Saturday, that's tomorrow. We have the amazing Raid Awards ceremony. It's on the Saffron Man's Twitch. That'll be at 3 p.m. our time, which is Central Standard Time. Yep. It'll be 9 p.m. Greenwich Median Time, or whatever the hell, Britain time, England time, whatever those guys are. Figure it out yourself. Look in Google. I'm not going to go through all the time zones. Be there to watch my prediction of JGIGS winning seven. I think he was only nominated for 6. He might even win Female Streamer of the Year. I think, like,
I'm trying to sneak in. That's my sleeper.
And if he doesn't, you're a bad person for not voting for him. I said
That's
it.
true.
I said it. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you coming on here for this collab. I hope you had some good time.
I did, man. Always a good time.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And thank you guys. Of course, as always, make sure to be kind, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.